I would just like to unreservedly apologise to Tom Hermerson's dad because I haven't been wearing the hat he gave me as much. But in all honesty, it drops underneath the seat of the car and got dirty. And I'm so unorganised, I haven't washed it. And that's why. It's not because I like Joe Seals more than Tom. Did you see that skill? Did you see that skill? I love all the boys the same. I am a merch junkie. So the rooms for the robots are about to arrive.
She's pulling out with all of might. I don't know if I can bear it now, but I'm not going to move away from there. No, I'm not going anywhere. She's got that thing that I love.
These steels are as thick as the shed. This is excessive. Wow. They're not even holding anything up. Not even holding anything up. So 2 of these have cracked in transit, but they're just going to send new ones, so it's absolutely fine. I think it just is that they are so long and they're not as thick as what we usually get for panels. They're quite thin, but obviously they're not going to be they're not weight bearing in any way, so I think it's all right. But yeah, you can just see these really thin long ones. Can you see the crack all the way through? So yeah, never mind. So just split a load of wood just for the next couple of days of the boiler. Sorry, I'm like literally spinning around. If I hold you still, you might not get seasick. I can't get more in than that. Never mind, I'll leave the barrow here. So we use, I'm gonna say about 2 barrowfuls of wood on a really cold, miserable, horrible day. It is not quite the romantic love story that we thought biomass was going to be. And actually at the time, it was sold to us by the government as the most sustainable, eco-friendly way forward. There was government grants, there was RHI, everyone was putting one in, it was absolutely amazing. Guess what they don't like anymore? They don't like biomass. Same as back in the day, diesels were all singing, all dancing, they were amazing. Everyone buy a diesel, away with petrol. Now what don't they like? They don't like diesel. They just move on to another box ticking exercise. And it's just, I think as you get older, this becomes more apparent. And like, the more you think you're doing the right thing, a couple of years later, it turns out you're doing the wrong thing. So actually, it's probably better to make up your own mind than being told what to do. So yeah, boiler done. Panels are here. Shame about the one that's cracked. 2 that are cracked, but never mind. It's just one of them things, isn't it? They are very, very lengthy. So Roy's over there. I'm just going to split this wood so we can have the handling system back, because actually we've clogged it up with wood, a bit of straw, an old bed that's somebody else's that we helped move house, and everything's just a bit of a mess. And with us doing building work and then farm work, we've not had time to tidy up, which is just painful. So, wood splitting. The inevitable has happened. Yes, that is concrete on Inky's pausies. Shit in trouble. Shit in trouble. So funnily enough, concrete's actually really bad for skin. It burns. So I'll have to wash her little feet because otherwise she'll end up with really sore toes. There, that's perfect. Lovely. Perfect. Inky man. Good handiwork yesterday. Lovely, lovely. These guys here have just been absolutely, you couldn't fault them. They are amazing between the two of them. They've literally built us a house. Can you see? So this here is staying exactly like that, okay? And that is the balcony. So it'll make sense once there's a window and a wall in here. But obviously we can't do that until the bulk tank is in here. So I'm asking for your help actually, because it's something that we're having a bit of a debate about in our house and between friends as well. What would you paint the walls with? Or what would you do with the walls? Would you clad them? See, the guy who's putting the bulk tank in says do not clad the roof because you're making rat runs. But it's going to be there's going to be holes anyway. This is what happens. Because look, there's big holes between them trusses. So if the rats wanted to be in, they'd be in.
Where are you seeing holes at?
Oh, right, so you're meaning if you clad the bottom and then there's a floor on the top.
All it says, there's nowhere anywhere for them including here.
So leave it like that.
It's got to have floorboard and then that's it.
So Colin says, leave it like that so there's nowhere for vermin to live. It's kind of ruined my aesthetic.
Where is the floor height?
Floor height's there where the door is. We're just having a masturbate. I didn't say that. Stop it now. Stop it.
This has been the game changer, the fact that we put new bulk tank and equipment in.
Yeah.
Because we're never going to want it back out.
Are you listening?
The idea to put the panels in there so we could lift in and out, well, that would have then meant we would have to put timber frame there.
They said they've alleviated all the need for joiners coming in. What we were going to do, in all seriousness, was there's a panel over there on the floor. These panels here were going to go in here as a wall so that if we ever needed to pull the second-hand bulk tank out that we were buying, we'll be able to do so. But we're putting a brand new one in. It's eye-wateringly expensive. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you how much it is because I'll get told off, but it's not bloody cheap. But it should hopefully last our lifetime kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And hence why we're now blocking this instead of putting panels in. So yeah, it evolves as it goes on, doesn't it? This far exceeds my expectations. I did not expect that. I was expecting a garden shed on top of the robots. Honestly, that's what I was expecting. And I was thinking, oh, it would look a bit naff. I also want to paint these walls. I want to paint them black, to be perfectly honest, to match the cladding that's coming for there. But Roy's disagreeing. He says I have to leave them. But do you have to paint them? What do you think? Like, honestly, these are honest questions. These are the questions that we're having a bit of a sticking point about, because I really want to paint it. I want to paint it because it looks nice, but Roy wants to keep it because he says it'll just be to upkeep. It'll be to paint again, won't it, if I start painting it now? But I just think when you've put this much effort in, why would you not? Why would you not? Dogs are crazy. Gary's shuttering is an absolute example. Look at that. Dogs are really excited because they haven't been able to be out together all week because of the concreting going on. So the two little ones have been locked in the garden and the big ones have literally just had like no time outside whatsoever. So they're all going crazy. Done really well recycling. Like I've shown you bits along the way that we've recycled. Sorry, it's doing really well, upcycling, what it says. I'm speaking loads today. What's going on? He's having a brain transplant. These here, like everyone's always asked what the hell they are. So they are rhino precast flooring from Yorkshire, and they were the cooperative shop that Roy and his dad built. That's the floor. The entire floor is this. So the guys don't actually think there's a use for them. So basically when we did the build, everything came here. Like the fill, this shed is built entirely on the demolition of the garage. And yeah, these here, bend down a little bit so you can see me and them. They actually don't think there's a use for them, which is such a shame because they just seem like such a big beefy product, you know what I mean? Joe Seals has used some for whatever, but they make really good rat runs. You can tell, can't you? So yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do with them. There's got to be something that we can use them for. I'm not throwing them away, you must be joking. Just how much they cost. That dog's an idiot. Look at him. What is he even doing? He's barking at birds. What are you doing? Roy's gone upstairs to fill it up. We need to crush some barley. It's letting... Can you hear him? It's letting through. Can you see how it's not all crushed? Hold on, let me turn you around. Can you see how there's still some whole bits in there? And there is. So there's some of it squashed and some of it like that bit there. Can you see it's not even been touched? The cattle cannot digest the full piece. It needs to be squashed in order for them to digest it. So if I were to go in here and show you, where can I go? In here. Oh, he's already mucked out. That wasn't handy for my demonstration. Jump in here. Find a fresh poo. There you are. Can you see the pointless exercise feeding it if it hasn't been crushed because it runs right through? So I need to alter the grain bruiser. Roy can muck these out. So loud, I don't get to tell you this. So what I'll do to alter it is I'll alter this here and I'll push it in so that it limits the amount of grain going through, and then I'll also turn this, which moves this wheel further in so that the gap between it is smaller and it crushes better. But it's a bit of it's a temperamental machine, and like in the past we've had a pine cone stuck in it that helped. Yeah, it's a bit of an old girl to be fair. So where's my mask? Because Roy's about to turn it on. See what the mask was. It is an BLS, I'm thinking 031. Can you tell? They were at Crab. That's better, yeah. A little bit noisy. I might ask Roy's dad to come and have a look. Like, I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference, but like, well, you know when you stood next to it all the time. This trough's got a leak. Are sat outside the house waiting for Roy to come, because guess who he's on the phone to? It's nice just to have a farming day instead of a building day. Do you know what I mean?
She's taking me to a paradise, but I know that there's chaos
How the chain was rubbish on the Keenan, and the tensioner, the spring had snapped on it. Well, Graham fixed it and ordered the part, and then said, do you want me to come and do it like now? And we said, no, you're all right, don't worry about it, it's all right, until for a few days. It's literally just done it again. But the chain's actually snapped this time. Where it had slipped last time, it's like half. I'll show you, I'll get it out. Half of the thing's snapped. So we're going to have to ring him and ask him to come and do it. But I'll just take the Bobcat and feed him like that. It's a lot easier, to be fair. And they'll have plenty of food for tomorrow. But here, we used to do all the feeding with the Bobcat and the shear grab. The only thing was, it was really, really heavy on fuel. Really heavy on fuel. Going up and down and up and down and up and down. God, that's cracked as well. These did not come from the same place that ours came from. Just in case anyone thinks that Wolfenden Concrete have sent these, and they've done that, because they did not. They came from somewhere else through somebody else. Just going to take silage and keep taking it round to the shed, all the way around here. Very exciting. It's a lengthy job.
No, I'm not going anywhere. She's got that thing that I love. She might be from above.
You can see it is absolutely not the end of the world that the feeder has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, or a chain in the works, should we say. But yeah, honest to God, you'd think they never get fed. The trough was barely even empty. Listen, you're not made to move fast, just calm down. So, she's broken. Where is it? Where can I put you? Are you okay there? Are you okay there? as exciting as that is, tipping a trough over, let me tell you why I don't like them. Doing this with one reason, to clean the trough out, and also this is getting really slippery. 100% worked as well, it's not slippery at all. Got cows in here. They tend to pee a lot. Like, cows are unbelievable. They could fill a swimming pool, honestly. When I went to Dairy Tech, I went looking at troughs. And everyone I spoke to about troughs tried to say about, oh, do you want tip over ones? And my answer was no, I don't want tip over ones. So let me show you why. So this is an INKY turnover trough, right? You've seen it turn over, that's how it works. It's basically just on little pivots at the side. You pull the front bar down and you tip it over. Down the back of it, to be fair, it's absolutely rank, it's filthy, it needs to go wash. But this pipe here, this is one of the reasons I don't like it. Pipe here is down the back of it. We, in our time, have had a new one of these already, and this shed is not that old. Now, the reason why we've had to have a new one is because it froze in winter, and I thought I was being clever by just taking a hairdryer to it, and it was, obviously it's not alkathene, it's a lot weaker. It's like a big hose pipe essentially, and it blebbed up, this bubble came up and then started leaking. So for that reason, I'm not keen on it, because I don't know, they're not as strong. And actually, when I've had a look, the prices aren't too dissimilar. They're not too bad. They're not too different for turnover ones and not turnover ones. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just not taken with them. I'm not taken with them. I like them. And you wanted me to say something good. They're very light. Literally, they are so easy to turn over. They're not heavy in any way. Maybe that first pull when it's full of water, but once it starts going, it just takes itself. So, kitties, I've come inside. I'm making this video literally in front of a very hot fire. Sorry, the light's really rubbish. Just see my pretty pictures behind me. I painted those. I'll throw that in there. Thank you very much for watching. That was a totally random farming day. I needed that farming day though, I think. Just catching up on jobs. We ideally wanted some sheep in and weighed today, but we never got around to doing it, so we'll do that tomorrow. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It costs you nothing. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. If you got to the end, you deserve a medal. And a lovely long time. And I'll see you next time.